Happy Tuesday. Hey, I'm Jubilee. You already know the deal. Sometimes I go by Native Soul depending on what day it is. But today, I want to talk about shrooms and shadow work. Both things are misunderstood, as well as people are just overall misinformed by these things. A lot of people have grown up living from a fear-based consciousness, which keeps them boxed in from ever asking questions, from ever really looking deeply into things, including themselves. And then they miss out on a life lived because they're so afraid to live that they are really the living dead. And we don't have time for those zombies right now, even though they're on the way, because, well, if you know, you know. I should not have put that much apple cider vinegar in here. So I'm still experimenting with how I'm going to do these videos because I'm learning on my journey right now that I have been a little bit too edited for my taste. In real life, as in like outside of YouTube, I'm not that edited. I do deal with perfectionism, but that's because of the whole obsessive compulsive thing. But I'm realizing that my style of life is just more natural anyway, and I want my channel to reflect that. I'm not here to entertain. I can be funny, that's just how I am, but I'm not here. Like, my purpose is not here to entertain on YouTube. It's to talk about things that I'm passionate about, and I'm passionate about seeing people's transformation occur because of self-development, because they are truly wanting to know what is life and who they are. So that's what's happening right now in my journey. Let's talk about shadow work. First of all, what the frick is a shadow? You might think that a shadow is just something that like follows you in the physical realm, but it actually follows you in the spiritual realm as well. The shadow is anything that comprises over time that has to do with like all of your suppressed feelings, maybe certain things that happen to you, you keep in your shadow that you feel like might be too overwhelming. A lot of trauma happens and people want to keep it back there, you feel me? Like they want to put it behind them, but they don't really heal from trauma. Hence why one of the things is going on with humanity is that they're a little woohoo because they don't freaking know themselves. And when you take the brave journey and the brave voyage to know thyself, life changes. Like the world, the planet changes, because when one person looks within themselves and heals themselves, they're able to encourage other people just by their lives. They don't even have to say anything. Just by their lives, they are living an example of what it means to be truly transformed. And that's what I am here for, just to live my life, you feel me? And shadow work can be done alone. It can also be done through various different methods, but it's so important to know yourself. It's so important to look at why you do certain things. For instance, in my journey right now, sorry, I don't know why I'm slouching. That's not really good for my back. On my journey with my shadow work, I've learned to love myself and have more compassion for myself, because it's like every single thing that happens to people, there's a reason why they behave that way, you know? And for me, excuse me, not editing that out. I'm not editing this, period. Because we're living as humans right now and we get to burp. Cheers to that, right? Ugh. So when it comes to shadow work that I've been doing it for a good while, and it's been very painful and freeing at the same time, because I'm looking back at, like times when I was bullied, times when I felt forsaken and was left out, and really going back and analyzing my dreams that I've had and looking at the subconscious mind and making those things conscious And once you become more aware, you become more of a conscious human being, whether that's through meditation or being connected in nature or simply just asking freaking questions about why things work, you will start to dig deep inside and look for answers as to why certain things are the way that they are. For instance, I found out recently that how do I phrase this without exposing this person? I've had a narcissist in my life. So someone who actually has narcissistic personality disorder, and they don't know it. But, I'm in social work, so I know what these things are. And I'm in therapy. So we have the DSM-5 handy, you feel me? So there's a person in my life that I've had to deal with who I genuinely love. But they deal with this, and it has greatly impacted me and has attributed to my shadow self. For instance, with that being said, when I'm an empath, and empaths tend to have narcissists around them. That's just how it is, because it all has to do with power. Empaths like myself feel like they need to please people, or they need to be extra nurturing, or they are extra nurturing because they are kind of living out what they either didn't have or something that they feel is missing. And so they try to please people to get validation from them, and they can feel accepted and loved. All right, makes sense. And that's for my case. Exactly. Having a narcissist in my life has shown me how to really get my power back, but it has to be in a certain way. It has to be in a way that is wholesome. You can't demand power from anybody. Like, that really, really hurt me, and it really affected me, and I'm still processing it right now. Like, remember, I'm going through my own spiritual journey along with you all. I'm not some guru. I'm not some ascended master. Well, obviously I'm not an ascended master if I'm here right now yet. I'm just me and figuring out who that is. So I'm like, no, you get what I'm saying. And really confronting the shadow is helping me feel empowered, because I'm now having compassion on myself and for myself, because I'm like, yo, it's okay. You don't have to behave in this way. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be afraid of this, because now you know why it's happening, and you can go about it in a successful way. So when it comes to shadow work, it's really digging deep into what you are. Moving on to mushrooms. Shrooms are something that are so misunderstood, and also I get so mad at how the United States of America, their government, like how they have handled mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms. It makes me so mad. And I'm sure you get it, because I already said it like 5 times, but it's true. Think about this. Magic mushrooms, also known as psilocybin mushrooms, this is ancient technology that people have used since the beginning of time. Everybody's ancestors. Go and look up art. I don't care if you look at Egypt, Rome, Greece, Persia, if you look up Brazilian art, if you look up any kind of art, you're going to see ninjas with a mushroom somewhere, whether that is on their clothing, whether they have it in the background somewhere. Like, the I Spy books. If anybody grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. It's just there. Or they literally have it in their hand, or their body is a mushroom. I'm not even kidding. That is legit, especially in African art. So if you're telling me that people cannot overdose on mushrooms, nor can you die on mushrooms, yes, you can have an ego death, but you can't physically die on mushrooms or overdose, and they're not addictive, then why the hell are they illegal? Simple. This ancient technology gives people the opportunity to expand their mind. They expand their consciousness. They start seeing through the BS that is the Matrix, and they want to make changes, positive changes. So why would a government not want that out? Well, it's because they run on a system of BS. And when people realize that, and start to work on themselves and start to do the hard digging within self, start to really know who they are and come into their power, the systems won't last. And they know that. That's why, people talk about slavery is over. There's still mental slaves out here. Black, white, yellow, red, brown, whatever, green, whatever. Everybody can be, and anybody can be a mental slave. And until you understand the really the power that you have, things are just gonna stay the same, and we don't want that here. No. Like, we came back here for a reason, right? So shrooms, psilocybin, shrooms, mushrooms, magic mushrooms, whatever you want to call them, they are such a powerful natural technology that people are able to not only see within themselves, but they're able to see in other dimensions. No, it's not this like crazy thing that only hippies do. No, I'm talking about like actual inner healing work. I'm not talking about Woodstock. There's a group that I'm a part of in Detroit, and we say Wakanda, not Woodstock. We're not talking about the people who want to go to concerts or whatever, or somewhere, and they want to do like all these mushrooms just to feel okay. I'm speaking to the people who really want to tap into their power, and it starts with healing themselves. And magic mushrooms can be such an amazing tool, because just like mushrooms grow in the dark, we grow in the dark along with them. And our DNA is also similar to the DNA of mushrooms. Oh my gosh, they're so cool. They're one of the best teachers, because they show you how to let go, and they show you what things really are. And a lot of people want to stay in this dreamlike world. A lot of people want to continue to numb, right? In American society, they choose to numb. Think about how tobacco and alcohol aren't even federally scheduled drugs, right? But they kill a lot of people every year. Yet you have mushrooms and cannabis, which do not numb. They make you really confront the ish that's going on. And these things are in Schedule 1 category, saying that they don't have any medical use and they are highly addictive and the most dangerous of all. Are you freaking kidding me? That's not true. And science and facts don't say that at all. They say the exact opposite. They say that mushrooms can help with so many different emotional, spiritual, neurological, and mental things that we won't even really need those pharmaceutical things that are manufactured and artificial, and that just hide the issues that we deal with. Take for an example, depression, something that can be really helped and solved through the use of psilocybin mushrooms in small doses too. Think about that, okay? Let's talk about depression, because there's a lot of people depressed right now. And how many people have been diagnosed with this who are getting these pharmaceuticals that are just numbing them or suppressing the issue further, instead of going deeply into one's soul and figuring out why they are depressed, and they can heal from that. And that's why I believe shadow work and mushrooms are the best of friends. I'm telling you, they are the best they are BFFs, like for real. Because once you go deep into yourself while on mushrooms, because I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on the internet, but I mean, I live in a place where it's decriminalized. Whatever. Frick the government. The point is, mushrooms in my life have helped me look at the root of things. And my shadow work has been just so profound. And I evolve very quickly. Like, look at the first video, my ninja. Look at the first video on this YouTube channel and see how much I've even changed from then. These are weeks going by, and I feel like a different person, you feel me? I'm becoming more confident in myself and realizing that I don't have to strive or to prove anything or to be something that I'm not, or to try to get people's attention or their adoration to feel good about myself. I'm here on a mission, and that is to know myself. And as long as I can be myself and I can share that, that hopefully can be the best way I can teach, to really encourage people to do that inner work for themselves. So thanks for joining me this episode. You know, in other episodes, I will be talking more about mushrooms because they are just profound, so slept on, and people are ignorant and afraid because they don't know what they are. They don't know what they do. Excuse me. I need to take out this string because it keeps... Okay. Anyway, join me next week. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to see you there, right? Subscribe to join the tribe. This is Jubilee. I love you. I'm sending you peace on your journey. Know thyself. That's the best thing you can do to heal the planet. Bye.